What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the mini championship here at F7R. I'm just going to do a quick sound check. So we are good to go. Remember, no qualifying, completely random grid. It's going to be really fun. Let me get into a party so I'm not annoying the drivers whilst they try and race. So I hope everybody's looking forward to this little mini championship. Should be a good battle. Anybody's welcome to join.
I'm not sure I understand.
Oh, Jesus. Right, here we go for race 1 in Bahrain. And it's lights out and away we go. Down towards turn 1. Who is in the lead? It's Sam B, and then Jeffy Boy. Cinders in the Alpine. Sam Flea, A Fixter through on Nimblecat. TDH through on Paco. This is going to be so interesting to see who gets through sector 1 first. It's Fixter and Nimblecat that are squabbling for P5. The two Williams, the two Alpines are through. Sam B has got half a second gap. Taylor is through now on Nimblecat. The Ferrari on the RB. The two Williams also swapping places. That's Sam Flea and A Fixter that are wheel to wheel as they go through sector 2. Lewis W also up 3 places. B Wright won't like the sound of that, and MJ Ryan in the Red Bull is round. So is the McLaren of Daddy Cool. And Paco trying to make moves now. He does not want to get caught in the middle of this pack for too long. And he's currently in P7. TDH is through on both of the Williams. Just slams it up the inside, nearly spins that Williams driver. Yornbaum in the Aston Martin is now up 5 places as he goes to the end of the DRS straight. DRS will kick in next lap. TDH and Yornbaum are both up 5 places. Remember, damage is on reduced. Finnick is in as well. The McLaren driver down to P12. A Fixter through on Nimblecat. Remember, it's interesting because DRS is on reduced, so they can't just go slamming through the grid. They have to think about this. So Sam B leads by 0.3 of a second to Jeffy Boy. Here comes Paco that is through on Taylor. Can Taylor come back at him? He's going to try to. They nearly touch. Taylor's trying to move over to the left. Later on the brakes goes Paco. In up the inside goes the Ferrari. And the Red Bull has just pulled it off now. He is in front. That goes Jeffy Boy into the lead of the Bahrain Grand Prix in this mini championship. And Jeffy Boy is being chased down by Sam B, that is Yaya and Sam Flea. Great to see Sam Flea back on track. B Right, Daddy Cool is round. B Right has got damage. This is not a good opening race for him. Here comes Sam B. This is for the lead. This is massive points on the opening race. Remember, the winner receives a new thing for their profile, profile picture. That is Finnick, that is from B Right. B Right really struggling, isn't he, around there? Look at this, Paco trying to look up the inside of Cinders. Cinders in a really strong position in P3, but here comes Taylor once again. Wheel to wheel go the Ferrari and the Red Bull. And the Ferrari just backs out there and now gives Lewis in the Aston Martin an opportunity, who gets pushed out wide. Taylor just leaving a bit of room, but Sam Flea is now from the Ferrari as he chases down Yornbaum, who also is going to go for the move on Paco, the Aston Martin driver. And he goes later on the brakes round the outside, and Paco is through on Yornbaum. What about Lewis on Taylor? DRS enabled, that rear wing is open for the Ferrari. And A Fixter in the Williams trying to go up the inside of Yaya, the Swedishman. Nearly taken out. Ferrari's in strong positions. Lewis W knows he's got Sam in front of him, knows he's going to have to go the long way round, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Paco is now up to P3. This is the start that everybody wanted to avoid with Paco, but at least he's not in the lead. A fixed on Yaya. Yaya is round, and now Nimble Cat will try and make a move, and up into the points goes Nimble Cat. Lewis on Cinders. Cinders now down to P6 with just over 2 laps to go. Paco 2 seconds behind Sam B and Jeffy Boy. They will both have DRS. Are they going to be able to stay in front? We shall find out. And he moves over to the right as Sam B chasing him down. XD Paco now setting the fastest lap of this Grand Prix. Down in towards turn 1. Lewis is through on his teammate Jean-Bon, tries to cover off the attack from Cinders. And the Alpine driver late on the brakes and just manages to make the corner. Wow, what a move there from Cinders. Sam Fleet all over the back of him, and Sam B fighting for the lead. Paco still losing time. Look at this. This is really close contact battling. And that is Yaya in the Ferrari that is through on Nimble Cat and back up to P10. But the Ferrari spun it. Nimble Cat gets a free run. This is Sam Fleet and Cinders, the Alpine and the Williams. And it is Sam Fleet that will go around the outside. And he will switch it back. Can he get the foot down earlier? Oh, there's a driver just wobbling there. I think that was Nimble Cat. No, it was actually a fixture, I think. That is B right on the back of Finnick. These are not fighting for points now. So this is interesting. Paco on to lap 4 is within DRS range of both drivers. Sorry. This is very interesting. This means Paco could still win this race. He's within DRS range of both drivers on the very final lap. This is going to be huge points for either Jeffy or Sam B in this fight. So, what about Yaya's free on MJ Ryan? But we are staying on board with the front three. This is what it's come down to for the race win. And Cinders is through on Taylor. That's massive. So is Sam Fleet. He must have made a mistake. XD Paco, he's not been able to make the move, but that DRS will kick in for the first time. The Red Bull looks rapid. If he manages to get past Sam B, Cinders is through on Sam in the Williams. Paco is through on Sam B, and now he chases down Jeffy in the Alpine. But will he have enough time? He might even be able to get him down to the line. Cinders and Sam Fleet still squabbling over P6 and P7. And A Fixter is now looking for a move. Oh, nearly loses the rears. But Jeffy Boy in the opening race here in Bahrain. Taylor, I will send you another invite. Jeffy Boy in the opening race here in the Alpine. Paco gets his foot down, surely not. And Jeffy Boy releases the battery and wins in Bahrain. Race 1. Here comes Lewis. And oh, Jornborn 2/1000ths of a second behind his teammate of Lewis. Lewis very lucky to keep that P4 there. And that is big points on the board. Lewis made up 10 places there. Jake the lad is in.
I'm crying. I think I'm crying.
Sorry guys, I was just changing a cable. So, Jeffy Boy wins race 1 in Bahrain. Hope the audio's okay, just let me know if it isn't. Yeah, just let me know if it's not working. Right, here we go. This is for round 2. And it's lights out and away we go. Down towards turn 1. B right is your race leader. Sam B already through on Paco as he tries to go round the outside. The Red Bull driver does get the move done on the RB. It's Jay the lad in the Sauber that is through, and MJ Ryan in the Red Bull. Jornborn and Daddy Cool squabbling. Cinders in the Alpine capitalises, and now the McLaren of Finnick comes through on his teammate Daddy Cool. Lewis and Fixter as a lunge up the inside here in Austria. Lewis W up to P8, now up 2 places. Jay the lad up 3 in the Sauber, but the top 5 staying in position. It is B Right, who is your race leader, who got 0 points in Bahrain for round 1, but now he's looking to capitalise on that first place start in this race. Cinders on Jornborn now. What about a Fixter on Cinders? Finnick down the inside of Jornborn. Jornborn is onto the gravel. Jornborn is to the back of this grid. Yaye and Sam B trying to stay with Paco, who's being Mr. Consistent. A slight flick of the rears there as he came through that chicane. B right saying the fastest lap, that is Lewis on Nimble Cat, who's in at P8. So that is B Right and Jeffy Boy swapping places. The Mercedes driver, will he be able to hold off Paco in that Red Bull? He would have wanted him starting a bit further behind than that. MJ Ryan through on Nimble Cat, and A Fixter is here now. A Fixter is through. I can't remember if it's A Fixter or Sam B. I think it's A Fixter. So A Fixter getting an overtake on his dad. So that's how you do it, son, is probably what Nimble Cat's shouting to the rear of that Williams in front, which is nice to see. Our third father and son duos in the league. So B Right still trying to catch up to Jeffy Boy, who's really throwing that Alpine around this circuit. Now setting the fastest lap. What about Jake the lad and Lewis? Lewis is going to come for a move down in towards turn 1. And he does get the move. Yaye with a time penalty. Cinders and Finnick, the McLaren through on Cinders in the Alpine. Jornborn on the back of the Williams of Sam Flea. It's B Right that's back into lead, and Paco will try and go up the inside. B Right and Paco wheel to wheel. It's B Right that just stays in front for now, but Paco really trying to get into the lead. Jeffy Boy from P1 now down to P3. That's the difference that a bit of DRS makes. Sam Flea on the back of Jeffy Boy. Incredible scenes Some fantastic racing here. So Paco up to P2, but Jeffy Boy is chasing him down. Yellow flags are waving. That's McLaren and Daddy Cool at the back. There's a huge DRS train from P1 all the way down to P8. Jeffy Boy, Paco will get the DRS. Is he going to go for the lunge? He is going to go for the lunge. And B Right will try and get his foot down, but he's not going to have DRS. But Paco there with the late lunge gets the move done. Now here comes Jeffy Boy up the inside of the Mercedes, and the Alpine driver might move up to P2 here. What a squabble we are seeing. Jeffy Boy will be just in front as they go in towards turn 10. Turn 8. That is Nimble Cat in the RB losing a few places, and that is Cinders trying to lunge up the inside, side by side, go Nimble Cat and Cinders. Yaya on the back of Sam B in the RB, and Jeffy Boy still chasing down Paco, who's going to be in a really strong position come the end of this race. I think the drivers really need Paco to be involved in some sort of involvement in the back of the grid in the next couple of races. And B Right, B Right loses the rears. Did he get hit, or did he just lock up from that late braking? And down to P5 he goes. Now here comes Yaya, Sam B back up to P3. Lewis W is coming with a strong charge down towards Slosh Gold at turn 4. Oh, that is B Right, that is Cinders that's out. And B Right down to P10. MJ Ryan being overtaken by Finnick. Sam B on Yaya. And they have let Paco run away with this race on the very final lap. And it is going to be Paco that comes through. And he will take the race win in round 2. Jeffy Boy takes P2 after that race win last race. Yaya with that penalty means Sam B is onto the podium. So Sam being extremely consistent. B Right, 2 races outside of the points for him. So there you have it. Let me just make this a little bit smaller. There you have it on the top step. Should we have a look at the standings after round 2? So it is Paco that gets the race win and Jeffy Boy in P2, Sam B in P3. But the standings, Paco now leads by 1 point to Jeffy Boy. Sam B on 30 points. Remember, there is 10 races, so a lot of opportunities for the drivers to come back. But B Right will not be happy about being in P16. Only one of 2 drivers on 0 points after 2 races. And he will have to do what he's always done and come from the back. What about constructor standings? That is Red Bull on 50, Alpine on 49. Who's the other Red Bull driver? MJ Ryan, and the 2 Alpines are Jeffy Boy and Cinders. Wow. Good stuff. So Paco seems to be running away with this after the first couple of rounds. So the drivers might have to step it up a little bit. They're really, basically what they're hoping for is that he gets a start from the back, doesn't he, Paco? Because he's had 2 half decent starts. So, the Circuit of the Americas here in Texas is going to be race number 3. And that is the way the standings look at the moment. Still, I think a lot of drivers are still in with a chance here. We've only done 2 races out of a possible 10. So we move on to the Circuit of the Americas. Vixen, there is room for more, mate, if you do want to come and join. I'll try and invite you, but it might not let me yet. Oh, there we go. Sorry guys, I've got a bit of hay fever with it being warm the last couple of days. You're not online just yet, Vixen, but when you are online I will invite you. No problem, mate. Here we go, this is it for round 3 here in Texas. And it's lights out and away we go. Paco! Paco has not moved off the line. Where has he gone? And that is great news for a lot of drivers. Paco is at the back. Sambi and Jeffy Boy once again at the front. B right also at the back. He's getting a really tough start and Paco is out. Paco is disqualified from round 3. That is huge. Let me just invite Vixen. No, Vixen, you're not showing up yet, mate. I'll invite you after. Oh, there you are. So, Sam B leading to Jeffy Boy. This is massive points for them. They might even try and work together here, not to battle. MJ right in front, Jake the Lad B right now up to P12 in the Mercedes. He does have that Williams of Sam Flea chasing him down. Yaya is through on Yornborn. A fixed her. MJ Ryan on Finney. So many overtakes as he goes down the inside. And B right back through on Sam Flea. Yornborn staying in position. Jake the Lad through on MJ Ryan once again. Lewis. Oh, he's fighting with the Red Bull. The Aston Martin driver. I think the starting grid is completely random, but Sam Flea and Jeffy Boy have had so much luck at the start of this event. They've had so many front row starts in the 3 rounds. Sam Flea from Nimblecap, so a lot of the drivers will be thinking hopefully it's our turn in the next couple of races, but we shall see. But they're taking it with both hands, Sam and Jeffy Boy. TDH in P5, Cinders P6, Fixter P7. We do have a huge DRS straight that will see a lot of overtakes here in the Circuit of the Americas as we are on lap 2. So Jeffy Boy in the Alpine chasing down Sambi. He will get the DRS now. Yaya, the driver from Sweden, is also there in the top 3. And now here comes Jeffy Boy on Sambi. Moves to the left, goes for the undertake. Down in towards turn 12. And Jeffy Boy is now your race leader. And Yaya makes a lunge for it as well. I've seen a bit of front wing there. Was it off Yaya? No, it wasn't. It might have been off the Aston Martin of Yornborn. Is he missing an end plate? No, so I don't know who that was off. But Yornborn lunges up the inside of Yaya. And he does get through, but at what cost? Finnick on the back of Fixter. What about B Right? He is down 2 places. Going on to lap 3. Finnick with that time penalty and a Fixter. Finnick going off the track. Now comes back on. Jake the Lad up the inside of a Fixter. That was an optimistic move there from the Sauber driver. The 2 Ferraris are trading places. And TDH is up to P4. Lewis setting the fastest lap of this Grand Prix. And there goes Sam B on Jeffy Boy. Was that tactical by the Alpine to just let him go through? A Fixter and Jake the Lad still, they squabble. I need to concentrate on the race a bit now. There goes Finnick on Cinders. Jake the Lad on Fixter as well. Danny Kill with a time penalty. So difficult. Look at Lewis going up the inside. Capitalises. Has to run over the track. Did he get a penalty? He was avoiding the Sauber of Jake the Lad. Danny Kill's left the session. What has happened there? He is out of this race. Finnick trying to overtake the 2 Ferraris. B Right is through on Lewis. MJ Ryan through on both the Williams. We've got Jeffy Boy in the Alpine now, your race leader once again. But Jornborn is there. He just needs to be patient with this as they're about to go on to lap 4. Finnick on Taylor. They're both off the track. They're both into the wall. And what were the McLaren and the Ferrari drivers doing there? They were in extremely good positions. And now B Right has moved up to P6 with Jake the Lad in the Sauber right on the inside. B Right leaves him room. The British drivers squabbling for P6 as Jake the Lad tries to lunge on the inside, skids around turn 19 and holds on to that kick Sauber. Jornborn in the Aston Martin. And that is Jake the Lad, who is going to try and go back up the inside of B Right. Remember, Jake the Lad on 10 points. B Right is on none at the moment as they both run wide. And this might give Lewis an opportunity now as they're going into the S's here in Texas. Through the S's they go. B Right just ahead. Jornborn is through. Oh, Sam B. Jornborn is into the wall. Another position gain. And Sam B with a 3-second time penalty. That is going to be really costly considering he's third in the championship. Jeffy Boy will now be the championship leader by a country mile. He was 1 point behind Paco. He's going to go into the next race 24 points in front. Lewis in the Aston Martin. B Right now up to P5. It looked like he was going to be 3 from 3 for B Right, getting 0 points, but he's brought himself back into contention in this one. He's got Cinders and Sam B with time penalties in front of him, so theoretically he's going to move up to P3 here, B Right. Lewis in P4. And they need it considering Paco is not scoring any points. What about Yaya, who's going to try and go for a move on the Visa Cash App Racing Bull? Into turn 19 and down towards 20. On to the last lap we go. It's Jeffy Boy, the championship leader now and the race leader here in the Circuit of the Americas. Round 3. And he's about to take it. Yaya will go up the hill side by side with the RB and makes the move. The Scuderia up to P2. Cinders on Lewis. Where did Cinders come from? The Alpine driver nearly gets taken out by the Aston Martin, who does get back through and up to P5. Remember, B Right needs to stay with these if he wants to make the most of them penalties. And Lewis W up 7 places. B Right up 6. Jeffy Boy started in P3 again and is now the race leader. He's not... The thing that we've not seen from Jeffy Boy yet is he's not really had to battle through the grid at any point in this event so far. So it'll be interesting to see what he can do when he is battling through the grid. He's an exceptional driver, and it'll be good to see. Here comes Lewis and B Right on Sam B. Both get the overtake. Sam B knows. Sorry, I just dropped the controller. Sam B knows that he's got a time penalty, so it won't make a difference to him or to his race. He just doesn't want to lose himself time and lose more positions to the drivers behind. That was really close between B Right and Lewis. They did want that position off Yaya, but they're not going to get it. And Jeffy Boy is going to come down And the driver that won in round 1 is going to retake round 3. Jeffy Boy wins here in Texas. Yaya will take P2 and B Right takes P3. Lewis in P4. Oh, Sam Flea in P4. What happened there? Why did he go in front of Lewis? Did Lewis have a time back? I can't see. I can't speak. I can't speak. Vixen, I've sent you 5 invites, haven't I? I'll send you some more, mate, but once I'm in the race I need to really focus on the race. I'll send you a couple more. Have you restarted and everything, mate? Because I've sent you like quite a few invites now, mate. I'll invite you when we're back in the lobby. So Jeffy Boy does win. Yaya in P2 and B Right in P3. Let's have a look and see how the standings look. Paco still in at P2. Lewis is now overtaken Sam B. Yaya up to P5. Sam Flea up to P6. B Right up to P7. So a lot of drivers still in contention. Jeffy Boy is running away with it at the moment. Jeffy Boy, sorry, is running away with it at the moment. So let's just see if he can keep that going. But as I said before, there's going to be a race where he starts near the back and he's going to have to come through the pack. Raxalex, thank you so much for the follow, mate. Really appreciate it. Remember, exclamation mark Discord in the chat if you do want to come and join. So let's get that invite back out to Vixen. Remember, it's only round 3. XD Paco will be looking at this as well and thinking what he could have done there. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening, Vixen. That's now 8 invites I've sent you. You should be able to get in. We've got quite a few crossplay players in as well. Jeffy, Paco, MJ Ryan, Cinders. Oh, you know what? I think Lewis might have to invite you because he's the lobby host, Vixen. So maybe try that. Add Lewis with 2 S's dash W. Oh, new controller. There's a new controller. It's that slippy. Yeah, don't even show you online. No. Yeah, it's usually the host. Lewis is the host, so he will have to invite the crossplay players. So just message Lewis in the Discord, Vixen, and get him to invite you, mate. He'll have to add you and invite you because when it's crossplay, sometimes it'll be like only the host can invite you on crossplay. Qatar. Oh God. Right, here we go. Qatar. Penalty galore track. Yes, Cinders. Now let's go onto the live screen. hope you've all had a good weekend. Remember, whoever wins this will receive a little, I can't remember what it's called. It's like an overlay for your profile picture. So here we go. This is it for round 4 here in Qatar. And it's lights out and away we go. Down towards turn 1. There's a little bit of squabbling at the back. Who is that? That's Yornborn, Nimblecat and Cinders. B Right is now finally starting at the front, but so is Jeffy Boy, who is starting in P2. That is a top 3 start in every race so far for Jeffy Boy, who is the championship leader at the moment. MJ Ryan and Fixter, they're about 4 wide going into this chicane. Down into the apex they go. It's very tight for Paco. He's having to navigate through the field. Lewis W up 6 places and now on the back of the Red Bull driver. Paco trying to chase down. Through goes Paco on Fixter. But it is B Right who is the race leader. What about Yaye on Sam B? The Ferrari driver goes up the inside as they go down towards turn 10. Yornborn on the Cinders. Yornborn, Nimblecat and Cinders. Not great for them to be involved in such an incident right off the starting line. Jake the Lad on Sam. The Sauber and the RB going wheel to wheel through turn 14. And it is the RB that stays in front for now. Paco all over the rear diffuser of the Ferrari of TDH. Vixen, I think there's 10 tracks, 8 or 10, one of them. B Right taking the fastest lap. Yornborn is through on Cinders. And that is MJ Ryan chasing down the Williams. That is Jake the Lad back for on Sam B. But for how long? Sam will have the inside line to try and make the move. But down in towards turn 2. And it is the Sauber that comes out on top. This is Paco and Taylor lunges for it. And Taylor usually is not a very forgiving driver. He will make you work for it. And if you lunge, he will let you take him out. He is not bothered. So he is very lucky that Paco got through there. And now comes Lewis as well. MJ Ryan on it. Yaye will go the inside of the Red Bull driver. And MJ Ryan with the old switcheroo, just not able to pull it off. So back up to P5, still has Taylor behind him. Lewis W all over the rear diffuser of that Scuderia. And Jeffy Boy now 8 tenths behind B Right. He does have DRS though, so B Right needs to get a move on. Lewis W is through on TDH, who goes into one of the billboards, gets nudged off track. Now all over the Aston Martin. And the Williams is going to go for a move and just slams it up the inside there. Taylor clatters into the Williams. The Aston goes off track. That is MJ Ryan that is round. And now the DRS will kick in. Lewis W and the Aston Martin, they go 3 wide as they go down towards turn 1. The Ferrari of TJH will go up the inside and through goes Taylor. The other Scuderia of Yaye trying to make a move. A Fixter goes round the outside and it's the Williams that is squabbling with the Ferrari now. And still Lewis and Taylor go back to back like a tennis match here. Dueling through sector 1. And Jake the Lad watching all of this unfold. B Right has got the DRS away from Jeffy Boy, but he's got Finnick and Paco on the back. A Fixter with that 2-second time penalty. Could B Right come back in this championship? MJ Ryan on Nimblecat. Through he goes. Lewis W in the Aston Martin. Knows he's going to have to navigate through the Ferrari. Here comes Paco on Finnick, the McLaren driver. Oh, he squeezes him to the right. And Finnick goes off. Jake the Lad with a time penalty and Paco is through. But how much time did that cost Paco? And how fairly did they make it for each other? Lewis still behind TDH and still in front of Yaye, and he is going to go for the move really early on now. The Aston Martin DRS kicks in, the rear wing is open and Lewis W comes, but there goes Yaye from one Ferrari to another. He will have the inside line though, Lewis, and he does stay in P6 for now. The Ferrari spins. Yaye could not hold on to the car and into the wall he goes. Sam B back front, Jake the lad in the Sauber, the RB up to P9. Paco all over that Alpine in front. B right is the leader by 2.2 on lap 4. Wow, what an interesting race. Phoenix still with that Red Bull though. It's not all over yet. Yeah, with the time penalty, that is going to move a couple of the drivers up. Sam B in P9 is currently second, third in the Drivers' Championship in this mini championship, and he'll look for another move up the inside of A Fixter. The two teammates in the silver division, but no team in here today. And he will look for the double overtake, and Sam B with an exquisite double move on the Ferrari and the Williams. What about Paco? He is going to have that DRS. He's now 3 seconds behind B right, and if B right keeps it clean to the end of this Grand Prix, he will win. Here comes XD Paco on Jeffy Boy, and this is big overtake for the Alpine of Jeffy Boy, who is the championship leader at the moment with Paco in P2, but he is now down to P4, Jeffy Boy, but that is still very good points on the board for him and will keep him quite far in front of Paco for now. Jeffy Boy wants that position back off the McLaren though. The gap is 24 points between Jeffy and Paco. The gap will go down to 18 points. Taylor and Fixter, the Williams will have the inside line, and he stays in front, but now here comes Sam B for a cheeky move. Yellow flag's waving as Yaye is out. Jeffy Boy on the back of Finnick. By the way, I might, so it just avoid drivers leaving, I might gift somebody one of them Discord profile picture things for my driver of the tournament as well, so bear that in mind. This is Lewis W on Sam Flea. This is a huge position. B right comes through to win here in Qatar. Paco takes P2, Pinnock in P3, Finnick in P3, and Sam Flea goes back in front of Lewis. That is a massive overtake, and that is big points lost for Lewis W. And Paco once again up to P2 and dominating. He's shown that he's able to get through the field. The only driver yet to show that is Jeffy Boy. But I'm sure, looking at the driver that Jeffy Boy is, I'm sure he'll be relishing the opportunity to do that. So, B right wins here in Qatar, and it is XD Paco in P2 and Finnick in the McLaren on the podiums in round 4. So let's have a look at the standings. So it is B right that wins. XD Paco does get P2 and the fastest lap. That is a huge point. Finnick takes P3 and Jeffy Boy in P4. So the gap should still be 17 points between them two in favour of the Alpine. Sam Flea in P5 and Lewis W in P6. These two are fighting out for P3 in the championship, and Taylor P7, Sam B P8, Jake the Lad P9 and Yornborn in P10. Let's have a look at the standings at the end of round 4. So Jeffy Boy is in the lead by 17 points to Paco in the Red Bull. Lewis W is there, he's 36 points behind Jeffy Boy, but with a lot of races to go, you never know. B right is now there as well. He's half the deficit, but still half behind. Sam B on 38 and Sam Flea on 30. So very, very competitive between Sam Flea, Sam B, B right, Lewis, and then Paco and Jeffy White at the top as well. And then Cinders, Jake Lad, Yornborn, MJ Ryan and Finnick, all very competitive there as well. Next time we do this, I'll get somebody on Twitch doing predictions as we go into each race. What is it now? Netherlands? I love Netherlands. This is a lot of drivers' home Grand Prix as well. So, remember guys, if you do want to come and join, we do have a couple of gold and silver seats in our Formula 7 racing division that race on a Sunday. So if you do want to join, I'll be a part of that. Just let us know, come and join. Vixen needs an invite off Lewis W. Lewis, if you're listening, Vixen needs an invite from you, mate, to get in. Sorry guys, I've got really bad hay fever. It's doing my bloody head in. F1 is funny, thanks for the follow on TikTok. Appreciate it, mate. Instagram, thank you to Henrik, Lewis, Craig, Simon, Oliver, Steg Fellows, yes Steg, Jeremy and Jake the Lad. Thank you so much for watching on Instagram. Big up the steganography. I can't say it. Steganography. There we go. And then you had Jake Maxwell, Jeremy, Oliver James, Simon, Craig Edmondson, Lewis, JB, and Henrik Krokstad. Henrik Rockstad. With the views on Instagram. Thank you so much. I can't see who's watching on YouTube, so I do apologise, or on Kick either. I don't think I can see us. Let me just have a look. Kick. Let's have a look. So I can't see any comments on Kick or anything, but I do appreciate if you are watching. We are live on Kick as well. We are live on so many platforms tonight. I'm just not streaming on Twitter or on X, as I like to call it, tonight. But other than that, smashing it. So this is round 5, Netherlands. This has gone pretty quick, hasn't it? To already be in round 5. A lot of drivers home Grand Prix. F7 is practically half Dutch. A British league, but very, very much a Dutch based as well. So we've always had an amazing relationship with the Dutch here at F7, and now we race around Netherlands. And it's lights out and away we go. Down towards turn 1, it is Jornborn in the lead. It is MFC Cinders that moves in front of Nimbuka. There's MJ Ryan, Lewis W in the Aston Martin. And this is Silverstone, not Netherlands. What happened? That was changed at the very last minute. Finnick is out. B right up to P9. Paco is there in the Red Bull. Vixen is finally into the race. B right getting overtaken by Sam B, so it's not Netherlands. It got changed at the very last minute to Silverstone. So here they come down. I've got the wrong track up now. 1 second. Jesus, what happened there? So that is Paco that is front. Jeffy Boy, remember these two are fighting for the championship. And that is Sam Flea getting overtaken CDH is through on Vixen, the McLaren driver, as they go into Maggots and Beckett. Lewis W into P4 and is in front of Paco, and now on the back of MJ Ryan in the other Red Bull. Vixen through on TDH as they go down the hanger straight. And Lewis W will try and make the move on the other Red Bull, not able to at the moment. There goes Yaya on Cinders. Cinders was your race leader, and now it's the Swedish driver into Vale, into turn 17. Through Club they go, and it is Cinders that stays in front. MJ Ryan makes the move on Yaya, and now comes Lewis W for the double overtake down in towards Abbey. Lewis is through. MJ Ryan trying to hold on, but he can only do so much. That is a Ferrari that goes right off the track. No, that was XD Paco that cut right across the whole track and gained about 5 positions. That will be a penalty. That will be. He has to give the positions back, and he hasn't. He is now. Yaya is now back through. I don't think they're happy about that. MJ Ryan on Nimblecat. That was a huge cut across the grass, but he didn't get any penalty for it. So we need to make sure the settings are right, because he should have got a 10-second for that, and he didn't. He just cut right across the grass and overtook everybody. TDH on Nimblecat. Here we go into Maggots and Beckett. You don't want to go side by side through there, but with 2 quality drivers you can do. B right now down to P14 after winning the Grand Prix in round 4. Round 5 is not going his way. Here comes Vixen and Jake the lad in the McLaren and the Sauber. Sam B is there in the RB, and he was doing really well in the championship up until last round. Yaya down to P5. Paco's been overtaken by Jeffy Boy. MJ Ryan is there. Paco up to P4. He's up 6 places. Jeffy Boy, who is beating him in the championship, is 1 position in front of him. Right, TDH through on Yormbo. B right setting the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Lewis W is fighting for the lead. This is massive points for him to sort of take that gap away from Jeffy Boy and Paco. Yellow flags are waving. I don't know who that is though. I think that is Sam Flea. It is. So Lewis W still chasing down Cinders. Can Cinders get a race win here in Silverstone? That would be amazing, considering the calibre of drivers that he's up against. Honestly, that would be some achievement. Youngborn is on to the grass, and through goes Sam B. What about Nimblecat pushing Taylor in the Ferrari down towards Copse? Into Copse they go, and it's very Hamilton and Verstappen-esque, but they made it through cleanly. Lewis is finally front. Cinders, and before the DRS kicks in as well, Cinders goes deep. Jeffy Boy goes through, and now comes Paco. And Paco will try and make the move on Jeffy Boy and Lewis. This is for the lead of the Grand Prix on lap 3. Paco goes through. Jeffy Boy will try and stay winning, so will Lewis. The 2 Ferraris trading places into Stowe. Paco down to P4. Paco down to P4. He's had a collision. He's had an incident, and now he's got his Red Bull teammate on the back of his rear wing. But it is Jeffy Boy now back into the lead. Nimblecat through Paco. He's back from Cinders and up to P3. But this is going to be another 10 points that Jeffy Boy takes away from Paco. There goes Jake the lad on Yormborn, the Sauber driver on the Aston Martin, and they're chasing down the Ferrari as well. Yormborn is going to go for it though. He's that type of driver to just chase that overtake. Here comes MJ Ryan and Cinders side by side all the way through Woodcote and down towards Copse. Jake the lad is out. Jake the lad is out, coming around Luffield. Yaya being overtaken by Yormborn. Lewis W will get that DRS on Jeffy Boy. He's got a bit more battery as well, so Lewis W going on to the final lap of this Grand Prix should be your race leader. Jeffy Boy burning that battery to stay in front. He's not actually. Lewis was just staying behind him. So he's going to save it for the very final lap. Is that wise? We've seen that happen earlier on in the season, and he wasn't able to get the overtake on the final lap, and it was a huge mistake. But we're going to see it this lap as well. Yaya retires in the pit lane. Lewis W. Here we go, the very final lap, and Jeffy Boy, Lewis W. and Paco all in the running for this championship. Johan Born on Vixen, the Aston Martin on the McLaren. But this is the interesting bit. Down towards Brooklands at turn 6. It is Paco that's thrown Lewis. Lewis will have the inside line. He does not want to let that Red Bull get through, because otherwise he has lost that race win. He was saving himself should he have gone for the overtake on Jeffy Boy. Paco is up to P2. Here comes Lewis, and Jeffy Boy, is he slowing down? And there goes Lewis onto the rear diffuser of Jeffy Boy. Paco is coming through towards Maggots and Beckett. They go, it's the Alpine to the Aston to the Red Bull. Through Maggots and Beckett. And this is it for Lewis W to get the race win. It's home Grand Prix at Silverstone. Comes out of Beckett's. Down the hanger straight towards Stowe. He's going to burn that battery and get that DRS, but here comes Paco as well. Lewis W will have to go the long way round. Paco spins. Lewis W shuts the door, and Paco with a quick reset to track back on to the circuit. Cinders goes up the inside of Paco, but it is Lewis W that will come through to win the Silverstone Grand Prix in round 5. Cinders potentially could have got P4 there, and Paco very lucky, because had he have not reset to track, he would have gone all the way down to the back of this grid, which might be a penalty, but let's just concentrate on the results for now. Here we go. Lewis W on the top step. That means Jeffy Boy is way out in the lead now. Lewis would have caught up. So let's have a look at the standings at the end of that race. So it is Lewis W that wins. Jeffy Boy takes P2. MJ Ryan takes P3. Paco, after that spin, takes P4. Could have been a lot worse though. Cinders P5. TDH P6. Jornborn P7. B-Rat does get into the points with the fastest lap. So the standings very close. 29 points separating the top 3. But Jeffy Boy has a 23-point lead now. But remember, that is the only race Jeffy Boy has had to come through the grid on. So, just don't ready up yet, guys. I'm just going to grab a quick water. Right, let's go into Australia. Round 6. Right. I think he's updated some of the settings there. ERS and DRS assist, ERS assist and DRS assist should actually be off. Lewis, if you're listening, if you could just turn ERS assist and DRS assist off, it should be down to the drivers if they want to use it, but that means it automatically puts it on for them. Oh no, they're my settings, sorry. Yeah, you have to.
Yeah. Thank you guys. My time. Time.
6. Oh, Vixen, thank you so much, mate. Really appreciate it. Subscribed at tier 1. 7 months. Massive thank you, mate. Did the thing come up on the screen when you subscribed? Like the notification thing? Let me know if that worked, because I've not seen it yet. Oh. 7 months, Vixen. So here we are, round 6, Australia. Yeah, the Daniel Ricciardo thing, that's it, yeah. Good, I'm glad it came up. So Melbourne, it's a lot easier to race around here now after they updated the circuit. Here we go, this is it for round 6 here in Australia. And it's lights out and away we go. Down towards turn 1. Thank you so much for the follow, Jury. In towards turn 1, it's Cinders and Lewis W. MJ Ryan is there. Lewis W. trying to get through. TDH MD Ryan. Jeffy Boy is trying to make moves and Paco is out. Paco is out coming round turn 1 and that could be the end of his championship. It's Paco, so you never know. Cinders tries to go to the inside and Lewis wasn't left space and now here comes Jeffy Boy on Taylor. Taylor cuts over the grass, Sam Flea is there, Lewis is in an incredible position, B right up to P10, but Paco is out. He still will have 4 races to try and claw this back. He needs Jeffy Boy to have some sort of incident here. Jornborn in the Aston Martin is there, MJ Ryan, Vixen. Jake the Lad on the back of Finnick, Nimble Cat behind him in the RB, that is Vixen that is throwing MJ Ryan in the Red Bull, Vixen in the Ferrari up 7 places from the back of this grid and goes round. Vixen is round as we were on board with him, that is Jeffy Boy down to P8, he's also been involved in an incident, this is unbelievable. B-Right is through on the Alpine of Jeffy Boy, and look at this, there's so many drivers going off the track, that is Jeffy Boy again. Then he's onto the grass and there's a huge crash at the start of this race. Lewis W gets the fastest lap, Finnick is out, Sam Flea's involved in a huge pile up. Jeffy Boy's down to P10, Vixen chasing down Nimble Cat. The drivers need to be patient here. Lewis W is 2 seconds clear of the pack, but absolute mayhem here in Australia. TDH is now out as well. Pandemonium here. Jeffy Boy in P10. B right now up to P6. Lewis W could possibly find himself in the lead of this championship at the end of this race, which would be amazing for XD Paco, because the last thing he needed was Jeffy Boy getting decent points. So because he's out of the race, this is absolutely perfect for XD Paco. This means that he's actually still well in with a chance of winning this championship. MJ Ryan and Jornborn go wheel to wheel. That is Sam B in the RB that went wheel to wheel with Jornborn, sorry. And then B right and Jake the Lad chasing them down. Jake the Lad in the Sauber sees Vixen trying to chuck it up the inside. Oh, you cannot go for a move there, surely. I think Jeffy Boy, A fixture is back in. I think Jeffy Boy is missing an end plate actually, so that could be really costly. B right up to P5 and now chasing down Sam B and Jornborn in the RB in the Aston. Cinders in P2, wow. Jake the Lad does get through in the Sauber. The Red Bull tries to chuck it back up the inside. They leave each other the space. Great racing from the pair of them. Brilliant racing actually from the pair of them. Be right, we'll see an opening shortly. In front of him for Sam B and Yornborn. Cinder's now 3.7 behind Lewis W. He's run away with this race. We said that Paco. Oh, here comes B right, then he's through on Sam B, and we'll go through on Yornborn as well. Double overtake for B right, and up into the podiums. Jake the lad now in the Sauber going for that move down towards turn 11. Yeah, we said that Jeffy Boy and Paco would start to get the bottom end of the stick when it comes to starting grid orders. They've had a really good start to this championship, but now it's starting to get a little bit difficult. They're starting to get the positions that Lewis and B Wright got at the start. Except they've managed to get decent points out of them bad positions so far, but this race has ended in disaster for Paco and Jeffy Boy. There comes Jake Ladd on Yornborn. We'll try and go up the inside as they go in towards turn 3 and 4. A little snap from the Sauber, and through goes Sam B. They're nearly tangled up as the rear wheel nearly catches up. He's gone deep, nearly touches the RB, who manages just to stay in front. Yornborn on the back of that Mercedes. B Right will get DRS on Cinders, and B Right will go through. Can Cinders keep a podium though? The Aston Martin of Yornborn has eased off, I think, here. No, he has got the DRS, but he's not able to go for the move on Cinders just yet. B Right can now start the chase to Lewis W. This is vital points for both of them. Jay the lad down towards turn 11. The old switcheroo. Lewis W setting the fastest lap of the race again. That is massive for him. That extra point could be huge. That extra point does put him in the championship lead here. As Jeffy Boy will just try and stay in P10 and get that last remaining point, because it might even come down to a point at the end of this championship, so everyone matters. Yornborn on the back of Cinders, who's in a podium position. Great racing for Cinders, but it will be Lewis W that will lead this championship. If my calculations are right, it will be by 2 points. It might be 3 points actually because of the fastest lap, I'm not sure. What was the gap? 23 to, yeah, maybe 2 points, yeah. To Jeffy Boy, who will only be 24 in front of XD Paco, so it is still a massive race and a massive championship to deal with. Here comes Sam B on Cinders, who's now down to P4. Sam B, is he going to lunge for it? No, backs out. Good racing. So Lewis W will come round the final corner at turn 14, and Lewis W will come through in Australia Down Under and win round 6. B Right will come through in P2. Yornborn chasing him down, but just not enough time, and Cinders will take P4. What a race for Cinders. MJ Ryan takes P7, Nimblecat will take P9, and Jeffy Boy will take... Oh, he's out of the points. That is huge. He must have had a penalty. He's out of the points. Cinders, I know you're doing so well as well. Like, it's extremely close every time to a podium. There we have it on the top step. Lewis W for the second race in a row, which has now put him in the driving seat for this championship. That's how quickly things can turn around here. Let's just have a look. So Lewis W wins here in Australia from P2 with the fastest lap. B Right from 13th on the grid takes P2, and Yornborn takes another podium. Cinders from P1 takes P4, which is a great result for him. Sam B in P5 should have got a podium really. Cinders. Jake the lad in P6, MJ Ryan P7, Vixen P8, Nimblecat P9, and Sam Flea takes P10 after Jeffy Boy's penalty. Let's have a look at the standings. It is Lewis W by 3 points because Jeffy Boy did get taken out of the top 10 at the end. So Jeffy Boy's leading by 3 points. But Lewis scored 26 points. Oh, XD Paco was 23 behind Jeffy Boy. Lewis must have been more. So Jeffy Boy is still the leader. Wow. But 3 points separate. And B Wright's back in there now as well. 37 points. Even Sam B with 4 races to go. Incredible race. So we are in Belgium. Yeah, Cinders. At least you're in the points. That's good. Still some good results for you, mate. Here we go. This is it. For Belgium, very long laps, around 1:45. That's qualifying. You're talking about 1:46, 47 per lap on average. So it's a long race, this one. So a lot of time for drivers to make a comeback, and a lot of time for drivers to try and get maneuvers done and overtakes. Sorry, I was just looking that Yuri Erosion. You followed on YouTube. I didn't realise it came up on my screen. I thought it was Twitch, but you've subscribed on YouTube. Really appreciate it, mate. Thank you. Because we're connected to Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, everything. Right, here we go. This is it for round 6 here in Belgium. And it's lights out and away we go. Down towards turn 1 at La Source. It's B Wright that is in the lead. Sam B goes for a huge lunge. And B Wright is into the gravel and lost so many places. Sam B with a massive lunge into turn 1. And B Wright, who was starting to catch up to the pack, is out. XD Paco has been disqualified again. What is happening? That could be it for XD Paco. Lewis W, where is he? He's up to P4 going down the Kennel Straight. What has happened to XD Paco there? Sam Flea from Vixen, Gentle Lad is down. Jeffy Boy, who is the championship leader by 3 points, down in P10. Remember, it's completely random. But Lewis W is in a very strong position now. Lewis W gets through a fixture. Down in towards Pujon, Yornborn that leads to Taylor in P2. B Wright on the back of Sambi. He's going to go for the move down the inside. Oh, he pushes Sambi off, clips. He clips Jeffy Boy and gets wing damage. Oh, that is 1 for 1 between Sambi and B Right. They both did it to each other, except now B Right got front wing damage, and Jeffy Boy is now up to P6. So Lewis W is into P2 and right on the tail of his teammate. He'll probably be patient here and wait. Yeah, he will. He's got a long lap ahead of him to try and make the move. He's also got Taylor trying to come up the inside. Yornborn is your race leader at the end of lap 1. Taylor late on the brakes. There goes Vixen on B Right, who's just going to try and finish. Cinders into the pit lane and retires. And Jeffy Boy up 10 places. He started from the back of this grid. I don't know what's going on with Paco, but very unfortunate for him. For another disqualification. Lewis W will chase down Yornborn down the Kemmel Straight. He's catching him down towards Les Combs. Lewis W will have the outside line. Yornborn will hold on to it, wheel to wheel, side by side. Go the Aston Martins down towards turn 10 at Brussels, and it is Yornborn that stays in front. Sambi and B Right. Oh, they touch again, and B Right moved right over and nearly wiped Sambi out. Needs to be careful there. That was a very dodgy move from the Mercedes and nearly wiped Sam out. Sam B's just retired. I think he's just called it a day on track there. Lewis W does not want to go fighting with Yornborn here. He will be the championship leader by quite a mile. He needs to be patient. He knows that Yornborn can be quite aggressive at times. So he just needs to hold off and go for the perfect overtake. Yeah, that was crazy, Cinders, crazy. So Lewis knows that he needs to go for the move on the Kemmel Straight. He can't start pushing it and risking it. Vixen up the inside of Jeffy Boy. Vixen and Jeffy Boy. And how did the Alpine hold on to that? He did really well. Lewis W in at P2, setting the fastest lap of the Grand Prix so far. Surely he'll get the move done on Yornborn. B Right is through on MJ Ryan, even with a missing end plate. That is Jeffy Boy. Did he make a mistake? No, he's got Vixen chasing down. Finnick is through on Sam Flea. Nimblecat is there getting involved. Here comes Lewis W with the DRS, with the rear wing open, and he will get the overtake now. Yornborn slots back in behind him, and Lewis W can now start to take off. Lewis W did start from P8 on the grid as well. He didn't get gifted this. Vixen trying to get back through on the Mercedes. Oh, he's very defensive here this evening in Belgium. And down in towards Brussels at turn 10, the Ferrari is going to stick it up the inside. Spins! B Right goes into the wall. So does Vixen. And they just got tangled up through Puhongos, Yornborn and Lewis W. And that might be it for B Right's chances of winning this championship. What has gone on here? Nimblecat on the back of Sam Flea goes for the move. Maybe a little optimistic. Sam Flea onto the gravel. Oh, and he's lost the race. Nimblecat onto the gravel. That is exactly where Nimblecat got took out in the Bronze Division race around Belgium last weekend. Exactly the same place. Jeffy Boy on the back of A Fixter. This is a huge points difference if he can get past the McLaren. Remember, as it stands, 25 for Lewis, 10 for Jeffy Boy. That means Lewis would move 12 points into the lead in this championship battle. So that is really interesting. Sorry guys, got really bad hay fever. It sounds awful on track. Ross Young, Alexander Midton, thank you for watching on TikTok, Instagram, thank you guys, YouTube, Twitch, everything. Really appreciate the support. So Jeffy Boy is through on a fixed turn up to P4. However, he will lose the position to Jake the Lad due to his penalty, I think. No, he's only got 2. So it's 1-2 for Aston Martin, as it was on Wednesday in the realistic division. And we are going to go on to the very final lap as we go through the bus stop chicane. And it is Lewis W that is going to make it a hat-trick of wins if he takes Belgium. He won in Silverstone. He won in... what was the last race? Jesus. He won in Silverstone. He won in Austria. I think it was Austria. Jesus. Jeffy Boy's up to P3. TD8 has gone right over the track. Did he get the DRS or is it Jeffy Boy? Jeffy Boy got it. So this is massive points for him, which will mean the gap is only 7 points going into the final 3 races. Jake the Lad through on Finnick. What about MJ Ryan? Nimble Cat on the back of Vixen. B right down to P12. He's not having a good race here. Here is Taylor on the back of Jeffy Boy. Can he get the position back? Jake the Lad will get the position off TD8 and A Fixter as it stands, and potentially Jeffy Boy if they can catch up. Nimble Cat loses a position to B right. Oh, B right's just took out Vixen. I do apologise if you've just seen that. I do really apologise for that. So Lewis W coming around Blanchimont. Sorry, down towards Blanchimont. So Lewis W will make it a hat-trick of wins here in Belgium and takes 25 points. I think that Jake the Lad might take the position, and he doesn't off Jeffy Boy. So Jeffy Boy very lucky to keep P3. But Jake the Lad takes P4. Nimble Cat is in the top 10. So I am not sure what happened there. We'll have to just investigate. So 3 races to go. And it is heating up. 7 points between the top 2, depending on who got the fastest lap actually. There you have it on the top step. So it is Lewis W with the fastest lap as well. So the gap is actually 8 points, which makes a massive difference considering the gap between first and second is only 7 points. So that is huge. 8 points is the gap now. Lewis W wins. Yornborn in P2 and Jeffrey Boy in P3. This is how quickly things can turn on their head, as Lewis W has won 3 races on the bounce. Let's have a look at the standings. Lewis W is 8 points clear. Paco 46 behind after 2 disqualifications and a race just at the back. B Wright in P4, Yornborn in P5, Sam B in P6, MJ Ryan in P7, Cinders in P8, Sam Flea P9, and Jake Ladd now into the top 10. Let's just have a look at the rest of the grid. Then look out with 5 points. Yeah, good stuff. Constructors. Aston Martin leading by 26 points. So Lewis and Yornborn smashing it. What's going on, Jeffy? How you doing, mate? Good luck in the championship. 8 points, very close. Really, really cool. What's going on, Jalen? Kalinovic as well. How you doing on Instagram? Let's get this up. Right, round 7. No, sorry, round 8. And then we've got round 9 and 10 to go. That's it. So, round 7 in Monza. Alright, Lewis. Good luck, mate. Good battle between the pair of yous. Remember, guys, we are live on Twitch, on YouTube, on Kick, on Instagram, and on TikTok. If you do want to come and join, the link will be in any of the bios. We do race every single Sunday, bronze, silver, and gold. But here we are now in the mini championship for the race around Monza, round 8. And it's lights out and away we go. Down towards turn 1. Paco once again will be disqualified. Vixen up to P2 as they go down towards turn 1 at Retafilo. And it is Sam Flea Finnick that shoot down in towards turn 1. Vixen, they go onto the gravel. Through goes Lewis. Lewis is back into the lead of the Grand Prix. Can you believe it? Jeffy Boy onto the grass trying to get through. He's into P4. Vixen will try and come round the outside of the Alpine as they go too wide in towards Della Roggia at turn 3. But it is Lewis that leads. MJ Ryan through on Sam Flea. Jeffy Boy is getting swallowed up down in P10. And B right in B7, it's a fixer and Nimble Cat. Remember, guys, keep it clean out there, regardless of who you're racing. You need to keep it clean. It is Lewis W that is into the lead. TDH in P3 now as Vixen goes through. As they go down towards Ascari at turn 7. MJ Ryan in the Red Bull is also there. Sam Flea, Sam B and B right. A fixed and Nimble Cat Yornborn from P2 down to P10. Jeffy Boy, who is 8 points behind the championship leader with 3 races to go, finds himself in P11. Sam Flea is through on MJ Ryan, who's up 10 places in the Red Bull. Round Parabolica, I know it's changed its name now. Lewis W setting the fastest lap, DRS enabled. Here we go, Sam B on MJ Ryan, and there goes the RB, and here comes the Mercedes. And just clips up the inside of Sam B. They had a collision in the last race and nearly again. And B right really struggling to get through. The two Sams, the Williams and the RB, go side by side as go round turn 2 at Curva Grande and down towards Varante della Roggia at turn 3. Sam B does move in front of Sam Flea. Nimble Cat in P10, and that is a fixer. It's from B right, who's just had a slight mistake, and through goes Yornborn as well into the Lesmo corners at turn 4 and 5. What about Jeffy Boy? He needs one hell of a comeback now. These are short laps, and you can only really get an overtake down 2 of the straights, and you have to be quick about it. Jeffy Boy is throwing Nimble Cat back into the points in P10, but Lewis W 3.4 seconds clear. And he is going to make it 4 wins out of 4. That is incredible for Lewis. What a way to turn this championship around. After round 5, I thought Jeffy Boy was 100% going to win this race. I really, really did. But it is all turned on its head as Lewis sets another fastest lap. There goes Yornborn and A Fixter, the McLaren driver, wheel to wheel with the Aston Martin. Jeffy Boy goes through on the Mercedes, and the 2 Ferraris swap places again as they go in towards Retafilo. MJ Ryan on Sam Flea makes a slight mistake, the Red Bull driver, and the Williams is in to P5. Jeffy Boy makes up another position. Into P8 goes the Alpine. Every position that Jeffy Boy makes up now is vital. Be right through on the Aston Martin as well. Oh wow, and the Aston Martin moves to the left and makes a lunge for it. And Jake the Lad is out of the Grand Prix, and that is Yornborn onto the gravel and into the wall. Coming out of Della Roggia, the battle with B right and Vixen, Sam B and the RB, who was in a really strong position after round 4, has sort of fell off into the middle of the pack and had a lot of battling to get through. Jeffy Boy throwing MJ Ryan up to P6. Sam Flea is next on his hit list as they come out of Ascari and down curve of Parabolica. Yornborn is out, but the all eyes are on Jeffy Boy now as he will get the DRS. What about Vixen? The two Ferraris in P2 and P3. Here comes Sam B in the RB. And Jeffy Boy now moves up to P5 in the Alpine. This is massive. I know it's still points lost, but you never know what can happen with two races. All it takes is Lewis to DNF one of them races. But he's up from P6, Lewis. He's just found his way through at the start of every race, hasn't he? And he's going to make it 4 out of 4 here. Here comes a fixed on MJ Ryan. The McLaren on the Red Bull down towards De La Roggia. And through goes the McLaren. What an overtake from a fixed and onto the grass goes Sam Flea. And the McLaren might even make up another move here. Sam B on the back of Vixen, who just touches the gravel coming out of Lesmo and through Seraglio. Down towards Ascari, DRS enabled, and the RB will move on through. He's going to go for a double Ferrari overtake into Ascari. He goes. He just backs off the RB, and Vixen finds enough room to chuck it up the inside. Maybe Sam B should have done the same to TDH, and Vixen wouldn't have done it to him. Well, that's the chance you take when you try and back out and be safe. And the reason that he was safe has found himself now into P2. B-Right is throwing MJ Ryan. The McLaren of Finnick makes a lunge for it. Up the inside of the Red Bull. Jeffy Boy is from Vixen. They touch. Jeffy Boy in the Alpine is through up to P4. But wow, that could have ended in disaster. TDH is back front. Sam B. Jeffy Boy is catching him like crazy. And the Alpine driver of Jeffy Boy with a unbelievable comeback. Calling the comeback king, calling Corey Feldman. Wow, Jeffy Boy in the Alpine. Up back into the podiums. Incredible. Oh, yeah, huge crash. Finnick is out. Sam Flea is out. MJ Ryan is out. That was an unbelievable crash. Huge collision here in Monza that has just wiped out 3 drivers on lap 5 of this mini championship. Here comes Vixen, Sammy and Jeffy Boy. Jeffy Boy knows he needs to get that move done on Taylor. And P2 is going to be a fantastic result for the Alpine. Jeffy Boy goes back down to P3. He's got Samby all over the back of him. Lewis W in towards Parabolica. Here comes Jeffy Boy. This position will be huge for him, but Sam B is not going to give him an easy ride. And Sam B is up to P3. Lewis W makes it 4 from 4 and wins in Monza. TDH is going to take P2. Can Jeffy Boy get the RB to the line? No. He loses an extra couple of points, which might be huge. Lewis W 4 from 4. Wow. I'd take that as well, Jeff Boy. Incredible. What a comeback. Really good comeback. Lewis W. There you have it on the top step. Sorry guys, let me just check something because people are being timed out in the chat. Let me just check it. 1 second. Oh yeah, Finnick has been timed out. Why has he been timed out? Let me just remove that. And Yornborn as well. 1 minute. Lewis W makes it 4 out of 4 and wins here in Monza. TDH P2, Sam B P3 and Jeffy Boy in P4. The standings 21 points with 2 races to go. Anything can still happen. So 2 races to go, one of them being Azerbaijan, which is going to be a brutal track for the drivers. And then I'm pretty sure the last race is Abu Dhabi, as it always is. Oh no, it's Singapore. It's Singapore, guys. The track has been changed to Singapore. Oh, sorry, I did. Oh, sorry, guys. I thought I was on mute. I've got really bad hay fever. Sorry. Here we go. Round 9 in Singapore, and it's lights out and away we go. Jeffy Boy does have the lead for this race, which is exactly where he wanted to be, in towards turn 1, but he has got Lewis right on his tail. B right has a huge collision with Sam B once again. He's up to P9, but has he got damage? He is missing an end plate at the start of this Grand Prix. Backo disqualified again. That is it for him. He cannot possibly win the championship mathematically either. Lewis W chasing down Jeffy Boy, the 2 championship leaders. 21 points separate them. Lewis goes off the track, and Jornborn is going to try and go for it on his teammate. The Ferrari of TDH is there. Jeffy Boy needs to stay in front of Lewis. In fact, if I was Jeffy Boy in the Alpine now, I would be backing Lewis into the pack, trying to cause something, trying to get him to battle the other drivers. Jeffy Boy slowing down into this game. Maybe that's what he's thinking. Oh, and he just loses the race. Lewis might actually get a chance. Oh, an early break there from Jeffy Boy. That might have caused damage to Lewis W. Jornborn all over the back of him. Here comes B right on Finnick. Remember, he has got a damaged front wing, a missing end plate, as Cinders in the Alpine stays in P7. Lewis chasing down Jeffy Boy, does have 6-10 gap to Jornborn. Then the 2 Ferraris of TDH and Vixen. Late on the brakes goes TDH. Vixen will try and make the move up the inside out of turn 17. And that was very optimistic from Vixen. A fixed visual race leader on lap 2 by 1.7 seconds. An incredible gap for him to have. Jeffy Boy will have the championship leader in front of him in the championship by 21 points on his tail, and will get that DRS down towards turn 7. So out of turn 5 down towards turn 6, that DRS will kick in for the Aston Martin driver. Lewis W will move in front of Jeffy Boy, and so will Jornborn as well. Jornborn in the Aston Martin is through on Jeffy Boy in the Alpine. Oh, Finnick is out. The McLaren drivers crashed it at turn 7. Oh, the Mercedes late on the brakes. A Fixton, McLaren is leading. Lewis W only 3/10 behind him now. Yornborn and Jeffy Boy squabbling as they go in towards turn 1. Cinders is going to make a move on Vixen, and the Alpine goes deep, and Vixen goes back through. And the Mercedes of B-Right nearly taking out the Alpine there as it comes back on track. Remember, B-Right doesn't have a front end missing end plate, so it will be a lot trickier for him to break. Lewis W all over the rear diffuser of A Fixter now as we are on lap 3. And Cinders in the Alpine. Up the inside of the Ferrari. Vixen getting a time penalty. Cinders into P6. Round the chicane. As they just touch the apex, it's the Ferrari that goes back in front of Cinders for now. So that is Vixen down to P8. Gets overtaken by a damaged, limping B-Right. Oh, Vixen's just took him out. Vixen's just took B-Right out. Well, he just smashed into the back of his car. B-Right is still in the race, though. He might have rear wing damage, though. So Lewis W chasing down A Fixter. Remember that DRS will kick in. Jeffy Boy is pretty much guaranteed a P3 here. Oh, Jeffy Boy spins it. Commentators curse at his finest. And Jeffy Boy down to P5. So if it stays like this, Lewis W will be crowned champion. 18 points to Jeffy's 10, which means the gap will be 27 points. And that means Lewis W will be champion. If he wins the race, it's absolutely set in stone. No matter where Jeffy Boy finishes, the championship will be over if Lewis wins. And to make it 5 out of 5 as well. Didn't win in round 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. 1, 2, 3 or 4, but then goes and wins round 5, 6, 7, 8. And now potentially round 9 as well. Now that is consistency, and if it ever deserved a mini championship title, that is how you do it. You gotta feel sorry for XD Paco though. Jeffy Boy 3.5 seconds behind Taylor in the Ferrari. Vixen is out. Be right into P7. TDH has been very consistent though. Jeffy Boy has been brilliant. He's finishing all of the points. He's got really good results. He's come back from a crash from P10 to get back into the championship. Like, it's been really well executed from Jeffy Boy. He's been super unlucky actually. Here comes B-Right and Cinders. B-Right trying to move down on the inside and takes out Cinders. I tell you what, B-Right is like a bull in a china shop tonight, isn't he? He is at everybody. Fair play to him. TDH through on Yornborn and up into the podiums. Taylor again up into the podiums. Against some of these drivers, that is a real good achievement. Yornborn is out. Yornborn has crashed it into the wall. And Jeffy Boy is up to P4, but it won't make a difference as Lewis is going to win and the championship is going to end here in Singapore. There is going to be no reason to go to Abu Dhabi. The championship is going to be settled here in Singapore. Lewis W will make it 5 wins from 5 and bring home that mini championship title. Jeffy Boy though, definitely up there in contention for driver of the tournament. I'm not obviously going to give it to the race winner, the championship winner, but Lewis W will come through and Lewis W wins the mini championship. He is your champion. A Fixter takes P2, TDH takes another podium and Jeffy Boy takes P4, but Lewis W is the mini world champion. The fireworks erupt. What a result. Sam B will come through. Nimble Cat in front of Samby. Father and son both in the points. Oh, mate, Jeffy boy, I'm sorry, mate. Yeah, I can't believe the timing of that as well. Jeffy boy, do I commentate normally for this league? Yeah, mate, this is my league. This is Formula 7. I also commentate for MSC on a Tuesday. So there you have it. On the top step, Lewis W. So Lewis W takes the race win and the fastest lap here in Singapore. The British driver is crowned champion of the mini championship. A Fixter takes P2, TDH P3, Jeffy Boy takes P4, and Cinders takes P5. B Right P6, Nimble Cat, Samby, Samfley, and Yornborn complete your top 10. Let's have a look at the final standings. 172 points. The gap is 35. Jeffy Boy will finish P2. That is all set in stone now. B Right in P3. Paco takes P4 after DNF in 4 races. Jeffy Boy, you are more than welcome to come and race here. Absolutely, mate. You would fit right in probably to our gold division on a Sunday evening at 7 PM. So if you're free then, you are more than welcome to come and join me. Samby, TDH, Yornborn, Cinders, Fixter and Sam Flea. Remember guys, if you are watching on Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok or Kick, do check out the Discord link in our profile. Come and join and you can race with us for the remainder of the season. We do race every single Sunday at 10 AM, 12:30 PM and 7 PM. That's on a Sunday. That's your bronze, silver and gold. Depending on what pace you are, depends on what division you go into. So check that out. And then we do fantasy on a Monday. That might be moving though to a different night, but that's basically your team, your logo, your livery, 4 drivers per team. It's a real good team effort. All the drivers get trophies as well, depending on which team wins. And then realistic on a Wednesday, that's realistic performance, driver salaries, team budgets and team principles. That is on a Wednesday at 7 PM as well. So there's a bit of something for everybody. We have a lot of followers on TikTok, Twitch and YouTube, and we have over 400 Discord members as well, guys. So make sure you come and follow us. Make sure you come and check us out. Thanks for watching. I'm probably going to do this last race in Abu Dhabi and then we'll call it a night, just so we can get the full 10 in. But yeah, that's just a bit of a shout out to the league. Right, the last race around Abu Dhabi. Here we go. This is it for round 10. And it's lights out and away we go. Down towards turn 1. Lewis is at the back of the pack. He just slows down. It's TDH in the Ferrari that goes into the lead of the Grand Prix. Cinders in P2. Jeffy Boy in the Alpine right behind his teammate as they go through turn 3. And down towards the DRS straight. Nimblecat in P7 is through on Yorn Bomb. B right up to P6. Will probably make the lunge on Sam B, and the RB nearly touches him, but great close contact racing. Lewis W, the world champion of the mini championship, into PA with Yorborn in the Mercedes, wheel to wheel, side by side, as they go down the DRS straight into the hairpin. They go. Lewis W down to P9, Jeffy Boy up to P2, and on the back of the Ferrari of TDH, Vixen still in the podiums. It's Ferrari Alpine, Mercedes, Mercedes. Nimblecat has just got through on Yornborn. What an overtake for the RB, but he's going to try and come back. What about Lewis W in the Aston Martin and Yornborn in the Mercedes with a huge dive up the inside. Oh, and he just snaps through. Nimblecat just making it through. Me right now up to P4. Jeffy Boy chasing down the leader in the Scuderia. Through Latifi corner. Lewis does get through on Nimblecat. So, oh, Yornborn has just completely wiped out Nimblecat. That is not on. That is not on. I don't know why he's done that, because it looked like they were really having a good race. I've seen a bit of that tonight, and considering it's a mini championship, we play by league rules. So that is actually like a race bannable offence for some of the drivers. Here goes Jeffy Boy in the Alpine, side by side with Taylor. He doesn't have DRS, though. It was TDH that got it, and now here comes Vixen with the DRS, and so does B right in the Mercedes to make it a double overtake into the hairpin. They go. The Mercedes spins it. The Alpine of Jeffy Boy keeps it. B right down to P6. Vixen is out of the Grand Prix. He retires on track. Jeffy Boy chasing down Taylor. Drama at the end of the Grand Prix. So, TDH to Jeffy Boy, to Lewis, Cinders, B right, Sam B, and Nimblecat. So TDH sent the fastest lap, obviously, because he's gone through the line first. And then Lewis W back up to P3. Wouldn't it just be a fitting end to this mini championship if it was Lewis W and Jeffy Boy fighting for the race win in the very final round? So Lewis W chasing down TDH. Jeffy Boy is into the lead again. And here comes Taylor in the Ferrari into the left and right chicane at turn 6 and 7. I think it's 5 and 6 actually, because you come through 7, 8 and 9 now, don't you? Taylor in the Ferrari will go around the outside of the Alpine of Jeffy Boy. Lewis W watches on as the front two fight for the race win. Sam B is just in front of Nimblecat after him being taken out by Yornborn, which we will look into. Jeffy Boy 2/10 of a second behind Taylor, going on to lap 4, so 2 laps to remaining of this championship. We've done 50 laps of racing around 10 circuits. Oh, Jeffy Boy touches Taylor, and we've had some incredible action-packed event really. Here comes Jeffy Boy. We are on lap 4 through turn 2 and 3. And he is flashing. Jeffy Boy has kept his battery. He's keeping it for a rainy day. And this might be the rainy day. Taylor breaks early again and Lewis goes through. So Taylor, trying to play DRS chicken, might have just left himself wide open for Lewis to take the lead now. Can Taylor get the position back off Jeffy Boy though? Jeffy Boy did get DRS as well. It was Taylor that got DRS. It was Taylor, sorry, that didn't get DRS. He left it too late to back out, and it's Lewis and Jeffy Boy. The two championship contenders collide. Jeffy Boy goes over the curb. He just couldn't turn his car, and that was a complete mistake there. Really unfortunate. No malice in it whatsoever. Jeffy Boy just mounted the curb too much. It threw his car into the Aston Martin, and he just couldn't turn away. Really unfortunate for Jeffy Boy, but it is Lewis W. How fitting is this? Taylor will go round the outside. Lewis W. could make it 6 out of 6. We have never ever seen that before in a mini championship. Lewis is round. It's not going to be 6 from 6. He crashes out at Latifi corner after a collision with Taylor. B Wright has not had. He's only had a race win. He had a race win. Which one was it? Round 3. And that was his only race win in that whole tournament. Can he end it off with Abu Dhabi? B Wright has won 3 championships around Abu Dhabi. It's always gone down to the last race of the season. Every championship he's won in the gold division. This is his track. This is B Wright's track, Abu Dhabi. So it would be very fitting for the 3-time gold world champion to take the last race here in Abu Dhabi. The Mercedes driver with that DRS enabled is chasing down the Ferrari of Taylor. He will go for the move up the inside. The Mercedes, he's not using his battery yet. I think he's going to wait for the second DRS zone. The Alpine takes him out. The Alpine of Cinders, really unfortunate. I don't think it was Cinders' fault there, but B Wright will be kicking himself because I know how passionate he is and how competitive he is, especially when it comes to Abu Dhabi. But it looks like Taylor, a seasoned veteran, a driver that has been here for 4 years since season 1, is going to come through and win the final race in the mini championship here in Abu Dhabi. Cinders finally on the podium in the final race with his teammate of Jeffy Boy in the Alpine. So it was going to be close. Jeffy Boy is round. Sam B goes into the podium. It is TDH that wins the final race here in Abu Dhabi. Cinders gets a podium and so does Sam B. What a final race. Not been muted for long. Sorry, my microphone was muted. I really hope that's not been muted for long, or the whole race. Can you imagine? I was just saying, Cinders, if you can race at 10 AM on a Sunday, I think you'd be really competitive in our bronze division. That's the division I race in. Well, I can't at the moment because we've not got a commentator in bronze, so I race in silver. But I usually race in bronze, and I really do think all the drivers at 10 AM on a Sunday are around your pace. A lot of veterans, a lot of seasoned drivers, a lot of older drivers. I just think you'd fit in massively, and it'd be super competitive for you if you're around at around 10 AM on a Sunday. Jeffy Boy, I think you're more of a maybe silver gold driver. So if you can race on a Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening, I think you would fit right in as well. But just let me know, guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in, supporting us. Thank you to everybody that's watched on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, and Kick. Thank you all so much for following and watching the racing. Make sure you check out the profile, the Discord, if you want to come and join. And have a good weekend. And I'll see you all for the racing next Sunday for gold at 7 p.m. Jeffy boy, that would be perfect because I think you are gold anyway. So 7 p.m. on a Sunday would be perfect.